Today we are going to discuss the concept of individual rights and liberties, that the concept given by Hobbes or Thomas Hobbes. That's the Hobbesian concept of individual rights and liberties. Hobbes first distinguished between the liberty of commonwealth and the liberty of individual. Hobbes says that the liberty of commonwealth is unqualified. There are no conditions on the liberty of commonwealth, while the liberty of individual is subjected to the liberty granted by commonwealth. That is, individuals enjoy the liberty according to the law. They cannot go beyond laws. Individuals have the liberty. Individuals have the liberty as far as the law permits. They cannot go beyond what law does not permit. So the liberty of individual consists in what law of state do not forbid. The individual can enjoy everything that law of the state do not forbid. The law of the state actually do not destroy the liberty of individual. Rather, it channelizes the liberty of individual. It protects the liberty of individual, and individual enjoy whatever the law permits. And in certain cases, individuals have the right to take initiative and mental activity as permitted by law. For example, if in a condition or in a situation law is silent, in that case the individual enjoy the liberty of initiative. He can take initiative, he can use his mental activity, or he can judge through his mental activity and can do whatever his mental activity or mental capability permit him to do so in a case where law is silent. So an individual enjoy a certain liberty of initiative and mental activity as law permitted or as permitted by law where law is silent. And Hobbes also distinguished between legal rights and natural rights of individuals. According to him, legal rights are the rights to possess wealth, or adopt a profession, or adopt a religion. These are the legal rights, and they are protected by the sovereign or the commonwealth, while the natural rights are the right to self-preservation, right to life. That's the natural right, and the natural rights are protected always. The sovereign cannot usurp natural rights, while sovereign can usurp legal rights wherever sovereign feels it's important to usurp those rights, or the sovereign can extend those rights, limit those rights, or whatever sovereign feel important or necessary, the sovereign can do that. As far as the legal rights are concerned, but as far as the natural rights are concerned, they are always protected. The natural rights or the natural liberty is not surrendered even at the time of contract. When the individual enters through social contract, he does not surrender his natural rights. He surrenders only his legal rights. So natural rights are always protected, and the sovereign or the commonwealth cannot usurp natural rights. An individual has the right to disobey a sovereign in certain conditions. For example, if individual feel that the sovereign is not protecting him, in that case the individual can disobey the sovereign and can choose another de facto sovereign, and individual has the right to disobey sovereign. So individual is bound to obey the sovereign only when sovereign is protecting him. Whenever he feels that sovereign is not protecting him, or sovereign is not giving protection to his life, or his life is in danger under the sovereign, in that case he may disobey the sovereign or choose another sovereign. An individual is completely egocentric, is isolated. uh, the, the civil society, which is the combination of the individuals, is when a person enters to a civil society, his personal or his individual existence does not come to an end. He enters civil society and his individual existence also continues. So the civil society is not actually a combination of individuals. Rather, it's just a group of individuals, just like a sand heap, and where every individual do have his individual existence as well. So in individual is egocentric and isolated. The civil society actually, the Hobbesian civil society actually came into being because of the fear. The individual enters to the civil society for his protection. So the civil society itself is for protecting. So civil society is a mean to gain something. That's the civil society is a mean to gain protection. So whenever an individual enters to civil society, it doesn't mean that his personal or his individual existence come to an end. So the every individual is isolated and is egocentric in a Hobbesian model. Thank you for joining. Take care. Goodbye.